Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I see that we are live. You guys, this is like the first time where I actually see the live and the Women on the Rise group to get started. So I am like so excited about that. But at the same time, my mouse is not working. So there's always something that's going to be happening. But I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And so I'm going to mute it, but I'm going to have it playing. So we have that going. And then we also have our live feed that is taking place in the Women on the Rise International Incorporated page. So very excited to have everyone viewing from both of those platforms. Hey. Let's see here. And I see, Alyssa, you also have your screen. So just so you know, Alyssa, when you're ready to go live with your shared screen, you just want to make sure that it's on the PowerPoint view.
Yeah, let me put it on now.
Yeah. So that way when I share it, it's already there, it's boom, ready to go. Because I can kind of see it in a little bit of a preview screen right now, but we'll add it to the broadcast when we get there. But again, happy Tuesday to each of you. I hope that all of you had a good Memorial Day weekend in the best way that you could. I know Memorial Day is a time for us to observe all of the lives that have been lost, for those who have served our country, and also to show appreciation and thanks to those who are family members and friends of those whose lives have been lost, and thanking them for their service as well too. I know it is an annual tradition for my neighbor across the street to line his entire yard with many American flags. And it's always a reminder of what is happening in the world. And because oftentimes here, going about our daily lives, we forget that we have soldiers who are sacrificing their lives every day to protect ourselves and our rights. So thank you for all of those individuals. And again, I hope that all of you had a good Memorial Day weekend. But today we are so blessed to have Miss Alyssa Hogan with us. She's one of our fellow divas, and she is the mom boss. Okay. So she is here with us today to have some great conversation and share with us how she does this, how she creates a balance and being a mom, running multiple businesses. And as you guys know, last week we did the Play to Win, how to certify your woman-owned business. And so this is like a great continuation to that, because Alyssa's going to give you her understanding of how all of that works, her experiences and so forth. So really to put a true example to the whole story that was told on Friday. And so I hope that all this information can be very beneficial to you. But welcome, Deeva.
Thank you. I'm so excited about sharing today with the ladies. So
absolutely.
I'm ready when you're ready.
And if you guys don't know, let me tell you, I am going to go ahead and dive in to the bio of Miss Hogan. So let me go ahead and make sure this is all the way pulled up so I can read it to you. And I hear a little one's feet coming. Back. There you go. Okay. Alyssa is the founder, lead consultant, and trainer of Alyssa Hogan Enterprise. She has a Bachelor of Arts from Florida State University and a Master's in Business Administration from Webster University. She has over 14 years of business experience and provides coaching and training to small business owners, executives, and leaders. Alyssa has developed strong leaders and productive employees through her training programs. Last year, she secured over $500,000 in funding for her business planning clients and assisted in certifying several minority and women-owned businesses. She has worked with companies such as City of Orlando, Orlando Utilities Commission, and Stand Up Survivor. She is a serial entrepreneur who owns a janitorial, tax, and health business. Finally, Alyssa is a single mother of 4, a motivational speaker, and a domestic violence advocate. Listen,
Woo!
who better to have this discussion with than you, Miss Lady? Listen.
Made me tired just talking about it.
Yes,
Wow.
Deeva. Yes, absolutely. So again, just so excited that you are here to have this conversation with us. So let's jump in, right? So let's talk about your personal story. You are a single mother of 4. Share with us about that.
Well, yeah, I'm a single mother of 4, and they range from 7, 11, 14, and 23.
Oh,
So
you have a grown baby.
I have a grown baby. Yes. A grown. They think he my man sometimes when we're out, but he's not. I'm not a cougar.
That's
Yes.
funny. Now, you're also then, we didn't list this in your list of entrepreneur roles, but you're also a teacher. And I don't mean what your past career was. I mean, like currently, if you have that age group of students, you're a teacher right now too, right?
Yes, I'm a wonderful teacher and I got some teaching skills, but they might not be going, at home. It's kind of different.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of moms right now are juggling with that. You have some who, they have been working their 9 to 5, going into the office every day. And when they saw people who were entrepreneurs and working from home, it was like, oh my God, I could only wish that was me. And then COVID-19 happened and they're at home, but they're home with the little one. They was like, boo boo, you can take this back any day of the week. Like, I'm not with this. Not with it.
From personal experience.
Yeah. Well, my son has been out of daycare since early March, and he is home with me every single day. And so it has become a lot just trying to balance really getting things done and having him. So I know with you, your children are beyond the daycare years, right? But they still need that attention. My 17-year-old brother, he talks at me all the time. I'm like, what are you even talking about? So I know you deal with that. How are you balancing? How are you balancing being a mom and being that friend and that listening ear, taking care of them, as well as making sure that you're productive, running these businesses and getting things done? How do you do that?
Well, what I'm doing so far is keeping a schedule, and it's not going to be perfect. You're going to get off the schedule. I mean, you can probably speak for this. You jump up in the morning at a certain time, which is usually 9. And, I'm starting with my little one that needs more supervision. I put him on what he needs to work on, explain, but I also have directions that I will come back and work with him because mommy's also doing work at the same time. So that he's not interrupting any lives, any consultations, any thinking that I actually have to do where I'm not actually concentrating on him. So I try to put him on the activities that are self-explanatory, the video activities where the activities are kind of talking to him and he can do them one-on-one by himself. And I save the harder stuff for my break times where I'm taking a break during my work hours.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, right? So that you have that time to really focus in with him. And I know for me in the mornings, there is this lady, I don't know if her name is Miss Karen. And someone in one of the groups that I'm in had mentioned that she does this preschool class. And I haven't really had any structured learning for my son. I mean, he goes on ABC Mouse and we kind of go over some letters and numbers, but no one who does like the little morning songs and really gives him that preschool feel. And so he now has to listen to her every single morning and he knows all the little songs and I love it. So I'm getting some help with my toddler. So I think finding some of those resources is really helpful. And then also, like you said, having the schedule. Now I know schedules are hard for some people, right? So how strict are your schedules? Are you very flexible with them or are they very structured?
I have an idea of how my day is going to run, just like if you were at work and you have an idea, you have your top 3 tasks, but then I also give myself the flexibility to fit in some activities that I want to do later, but I I kind of schedule those in. I say, okay, today is one of those days that's going to be less hectic. So I'll run out and get some inventory for my business, or I'll go out and go grocery shopping. So I schedule those in, and I try to go grocery shopping maybe twice a month
Oh,
versus, yeah, yeah.
that's good.
If I can get away with it once a month, I'll try.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so hard with the fresh food.
That's
And I'm going shopping with lists, and I actually incorporate the children with me. And that's what's been really saving me. My daughter has completely taken over the cooking activity. She's made it fun. So that's one activity that gives me more time for me.
yes. Awesome. And then you also have
And
Amazon
yes,
Prime and you can order produce and groceries from there
I
too, honey. I love when they be there first thing in the morning
They're
with those
bringing
packages.
stuff for me. My kids even got involved and wanted to look at the list, and they were like, "You forgot the noodles," and I'm like, "No, I didn't." You know, getting those things at home, because at one point they were thinking, "Oh, you're gonna cook me breakfast, lunch, and dinner." No, ma'am, you will never be able to balance that schedule, and you're up cooking in between whatever work you're doing, or you're on the phone if you're a career woman that's answering phone calls back to back. It just won't happen. So
Mhm.
making sure that it's things that they can cook. I love my air fryer. If I keep
Yes.
stressed about an air fryer, my 7-year-old knows how to work it. So he throws him little snacks in there, and that's lunch. And he has a nice dinner with my daughter prepares. I have the children all pitching in with the chores, because of course the house is dirty now. I mean, well, it was dirty before, but I'm just saying it's dirtier now that we're here 24/7 looking at each other.
Yes.
And
Listen,
I just
that is so
recommend
funny.
highly that you if you have a family member that you can trust as far as not being sick, that is able to exchange out that time, maybe, to kind of take over, even if it's for a few hours, to give you that just me time. That's no
Need
work
it.
time. That's
Yes.
just me time.
Yes.
Because
I
that first
absolutely
week, honey,
I
I
had
almost didn't
I'm
make
gonna be
it.
completely transparent. I had about two breakdowns. And so his father and I had to have a very transparent conversation. And I had to tell him, like, you listen, you got to step it up. You need to get your son. And so now he gets him on the weekends. And so the weekends have become my time. So mommy has been able to get all the cleaning in that she's been having to neglect for the whole week. So that's great. And I've been listening to is it the Vizcruz? I always mess up, or Versus, however you say it, on Instagram, these battles that they've been having live. And so I'm listening to that while that's playing on the speaker while I'm cleaning, maybe having my glass of wine. And that's me time. And
Yes,
when I'm able to light the whole house with candles and it's smelling like Fabuloso in here, like that makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. I feel some progress. But let's go back a second. So you said that you have this schedule and you kind of structure out what your day is going to look like. What are you using to make sure that you're staying on task and going to the next thing? Are you utilizing like a Google Calendar or some kind of software to help that happen? What does that look like for you?
I do. I use my Google Calendar. First of
Okay.
all, I have that with my business because I can't keep up with all. I've incorporated all of them. They just have different links, and
Okay.
they send the actual links. I pay $10 a month for Acuity, and people go on and schedule. They book online. They can book from my social media. Like, no, nobody needs to interrupt your day with phone calls unless you
Absolutely.
planned that phone call. And so that's
Absolutely.
very important that, for $10 to have something come to my phone, let me know. I've already had forms that were created. It's just doing that pre-planning
Mhm.
to make your life easier, because you'll find yourself, I mean, it's like my personal assistant.
Yep. Now
And
you have multiple businesses. Do you have multiple businesses
yes,
that you're utilizing with Acuity? or you just have mainly one business that you need to have scheduled utilizing a software such as that?
Okay, so what I did, I'm the queen of getting around how to do everything. You can put in separate links. I'm paying one fee, which is
Okay.
$10. I initially started with my business consulting business, and I put that on there. Then I added another link for my tax company, and I put that specific link in my tax website. So all these are coming to one calendar. So if I'm booked at a certain time in my consulting business, my tax business already knows, and it won't allow anyone to book an appointment at that time.
That's good. That's good. So ladies, in trying to be as efficient as possible, you want to make sure that you're utilizing software such as that to be able to manage your business and also make sure that you're able to manage your personal life. So I'm sure that when you're using Acuity, when you can also put things on your calendar so you can have times that are blocked off where individuals know they cannot schedule during those times, correct?
Correct.
Oh, okay. And I just want to say hi to some people who have joined in. I see we have Maggie who's come in. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Anika. Hey, Chastity, Kendra, Jerry, all of you fabulous divas. Good to see you. And I think we might have some other individuals who have come in on the other page as well, too. We have Keith who's come in. Nadine Watson. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Welcome this evening. Let's see. Nadine had asked a question about what was that Acuity. So Acuity is a scheduling software that you can use to make sure that you have the set aside scheduled time to be able to meet with clients. So clients are able to schedule appointments with you utilizing the Acuity software. And we were talking about as far as managing your schedules, that you can create a calendar that shows all the things that you need to have done that day, and then leaving blocks of time to where your clients can schedule utilizing the Acuity software during those empty blocks on your calendar. So that's Acuity. So thank you for that question, Nadine. And if you guys have any questions at any point during this live, please make sure that you leave those questions down below. Thank you. And I actually want to make sure I have, let's see if we can have a banner. Perfect. Let's add this in there too. So now people know, ask questions, ask plenty of them. Okay. So Deeva, yes. So you have come online many times and you've talked about the importance of getting your business certified, right? And
Yes.
I want to talk to you about your personal experience with having done that, what that's looked like for you, how that might have changed your business, how people who you have helped to get all of their stuff together to get certified, what that has looked like, how that might have helped them. And I want us to dig into that. Can we jump on that part now?
Yeah, you don't actually have to show the
screen?
PowerPoint. This can be some notes for me just to make sure that I am covering everything. So we can just keep
it
talking.
Conversational. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's do it. So I know
there's
a lot of people right now who, they've been busy over the past year just trying to, work in their business as opposed to working on their business, right? They haven't had time to really figure out how to be strategic and scaling their business and looking at new opportunities. But COVID-19 caused a lot of people to have to slow down a little bit and really analyze how they're operating and looking for those additional opportunities. And becoming a certified woman-owned business is one of those topics that's pretty popular right now. And so, please share with us your experience with that and why you see it as being so important.
Okay. Well, just want to tell you a little brief story of how I first got started with the certifications. I went in and spoke to Lena. I know everybody probably knows wonderful Lena, the entrepreneur. She's amazing.
Yes,
Just me going in and taking some time out with her. She told me about this thing about getting certified. And I was like, oh my God, what is that about? She was like, it's your way to get access to contracts. So she gave me the information and I followed up. And here I am today, certified in both my businesses, the janitorial and the business consulting. So just to I'm not sure if y'all went over it because I'm still watching a video from last week, catching up on what you all talked about.
Yes.
As far as women-owned certification.
Mhm.
There's also minority certification. And then there's some agencies that give you both,
Mhm.
which is double points. It's a point system that they look at when they're deciding on who they want to give a contract to.
Okay.
So when I say they is City of Orlando, State of Florida, Orange County, OCPS. Each entity you have to apply for minority certification. I know
Yes.
that seems like a lot.
Yes.
It can
And
be
that's good
exhausting.
that you're talking about the local level, because we didn't get into the local level in our conversation last week. So this is really good that we're having this conversation and talking about it from that perspective.
Nice. So this is even better because you want to connect with people right in your backyard.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I'm also a government contractor, but with government, you find yourself being sit opportunities that are in California.
Mm-hmm.
And then there might not be any opportunities in Florida on the government level. So you're required to fly around.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us as moms, as busy, women, we just don't have that kind of time as far as on the government level. So you want to also have that opportunity on the local level.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to mention was there are reciprocal, which is where when I was certified with the city of Orlando, I took that same certification and I went to the city of Tampa, filled out a one-page form, and they sent me a certificate as a certified minority. I also applied.
Because of what you had in the city of Orlando.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
like they almost recognized the fact. OCPS also did that. They took my city of Orlando, or they took the Orange County certification.
Okay.
And I sent it to them, and they certified me with Orange County.
Okay.
So that's an opportunity because it is a very tedious process, and most people give up. A lot of the people that they say, I went on the site and I looked it up and I couldn't understand. They wanted so much information. I didn't have this, so I just stopped. And I said, listen, they want you to become certified. They have a number, a quota that they have to reach. They have money for
Yeah.
us. So getting on the phone, I mean, you don't necessarily have to pay someone. Most people pay me because they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I got on the phone, the way I learned is I was calling these representatives for the agencies. They have a whole department,
Yep.
a minority department that works specifically with you, and they want you to get certified. They're going to send you lists letting you know what you're missing.
Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things from that,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So, for one, when you're going to go and get a certification on the local level, you need to be a for-profit business, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so everybody,
Let me go back and give you, I'm looking at the requirements now. So I'm just going to go through the requirements. The minimum eligibility.
And while you do that, I want to say hello to a couple other people. I see Deanne has joined us. Hey, Deanne. We have Jenna Reese. We have Erica. We have RJ. Hey. Thank you guys for joining us this evening.
Listen, everybody's trying to get this money.
Listen, there is money to be made, and we need to be those people out there getting it. And then Jenna Reese says she'll pay you, honey. She was like, I'm ready.
Love.
Yes.
So we're going to go through the minimum eligibility.
Okay.
You must be for profit.
Okay.
Some require you to be legally registered, meaning you went on some biz and registered your business in Florida.
Yes.
Some of them will allow sole proprietors, but it just varies depending on the agency.
Okay, good to know. Okay.
Be based in Florida. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Owned and managed by a resident of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Owned 51% by a woman, a veteran, or a minority.
Okay. 51%. Mm-hmm.
51%. So then, and they verify that. It's in the paperwork. I'll
Yes.
tell you about the documentation that they require. A U.S. citizen engaged in transaction, meaning you didn't just incorporate your business and then say, I want to get certified, but you have done not one thing in your business. You haven't cut a lawn. You haven't attempted to solicit, to invoice someone, to send a proposal out. You have to actually actively be doing business.
So let's talk about that for a second. Okay.
Yes.
So how much work should you have done in that business before you should be able to consider being certified? I know just to become get the written piece of paper to say that I'm a certified woman-owned business, you don't necessarily have to have that. But when you want to get certified under these county and city and state entities, there's a little bit more that you have to prove and show. So I might get a gig a month and I can go and get certified. How much work do you need to be doing within that business?
Okay. That's a good question. It varies. Okay, say for instance, City of Orlando, they have a minimum requirement of 6 months.
6 months for City of
And
Orlando.
you don't necessarily have to have made any money. That's the wonderful thing. You have to be actively looking for business and be prepared as though you were getting a contract tomorrow to do business.
So what does that look like? How do you show that?
It looks like invoices.
Okay.
A person asked you, for an estimate. You sent them an estimate, but they didn't decide to use your services.
Okay.
But you have documentation showing that I gave them an estimate, I billed them, I sent out an invoice. They paid $25. It's no certain amount, but you can't go over a net worth of $5 million.
Okay.
So I'm sure we'll all be able to get in there. So it just where you're actually, if you're a lawn service, let's just take that one because I'm working with somebody that's a lawn service, to come in and want to do business. You've been in business legally for a year, but you don't have not one piece of equipment. That's just not going to work. They want copies to show that you've invested in what you need. My business, just to share what I used as mine, I used my computer and a printer. Mm-hmm. That's all my business required. And I had receipts to show this is what I used to start my business with.
We have a question that has come in from Jillian Justice. She's saying your topic is becoming a certified what exactly? So you can answer it.
Okay. So it's certifying your business, and I'm focusing on certifying your business locally in Florida. So that is the local level, Orange County, City of Orlando, City of Altamont, those state of Florida. And it's not just woman owned. Like City of Orlando, they have a dual one where you're minority / woman owned. So you get credit for both.
And so I think we probably want to make sure that we address the importance and the value of becoming certified. So you actually have to where, the city and the state and so forth, they have to give a percentage of contracts to certain groups, right? So minority groups or women-owned businesses and so forth. So you want to make sure that you have your business certified so that you would be able to have opportunities to bid for these opportunities, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Can you still okay, you can still hear me. I heard some noise in the background.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yes. And it's a way of them to be able to say that we went through the proper channels of us. Can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Of assessing your business to make sure that it's not really just, to be blunt, a white male that owns this business and they're utilizing, my name. So that's the reason why they require you to turn in paperwork proving that you are a minority and, proving that you are a resident. So it's making sure that money isn't being taken away from us, and it allows us to compete with these larger companies. Those are the benefits.
Absolutely. Now, I know some people might be saying, okay, I don't know if my particular business would be a business that would be able to get a contract. Like, I don't build schools or, sell janitorial supplies. So would my company be a company that needs to become certified? Where can people see the opportunities that are available through the city, the state, and so forth to make a determination as to whether this might be something for their business to consider?
You can actually go to their site. They actually have vendor opportunities. You can register and not be certified. So I want to make that very clear. It's a point system as far as you getting more points as a minority. Minority is up almost 25 on every contract. 25% of the contract has to go to a minority. So in building schools, if you're the person that, supplies material, 25% of that contract, you are awarded.
Okay.
So you might not build the whole school, but you're actually awarded a piece of the pie.
Gotcha. And I mean, I've also seen to where, schools might have vendors for having, someone who comes and does after school activities with the kids,
Yes.
So like, let's say it might be like a theater business that you might have where you teach acting skills, but you might be able to come in here and get that contract. So I encourage all of you to go and look to see what those opportunities are. So someone asked a question. It's a very good question too. What's the website where you go to see these opportunities?
Okay. Well, it depends on which one you want to go to. I will leave some on the page. I have a listing of just a few of the sites. You can just simply go to City of Orlando, what I think is .gov, and look at the opportunities under vendors. It'll show you the opportunities. It actually is under business, doing business with the city. It'll show you, it has a directory on there, and being certified puts you in that directory. So Orange County government, you go to their specific website. You're even able to, if you get certified with some of these companies, I've went to the back of Google's website and they have a minority certification. You upload and fill out an application and you become a vendor for Google.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Okay, yes. So you're saying that where do you go for Google to find this?
Okay, so once you're certified with any company,
yes,
you can actually go to Walt Disney World.
Yes.
On their website.
Yes.
They have a minority. They have a set aside amount, a certain amount of funds for us. And you can use your certification. They'll ask you, well, who certified you? And if it is a company that they recognize, like the Women Business Enterprise that you had on your last week, their certification qualifies.
Yes.
So you use those certification on whatever vendor you're thinking about. Let me go and look and see if they have opportunities or they have any products. I've seen water. There's not just construction, there's landscaping, there's engineering, there's professional services like financial. It's just everything that you think of that an entity, a public company would need to buy. Not just those entities, but there's also FSMSDC, which is a private organization, non-private organization that has contracts with corporations.
Yes.
You also can get certified with them. That's where your cost comes in. If you're wondering if there's a cost, the entities like City of Orlando and Orange County are free. But the FSMSDC, which is a Florida nonprofit, charges you $300, starting at $300. But you have access to actual corporations, AT&T, OUC. So that is where I was able to get my contract, was when I got certified with them.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Yes. Okay. So we can kind of see the difference from the local level of looking for opportunities, and then also how to go and access some of these larger corporate contracts. So what you said earlier was that a company should be in existence for about 6 months when it comes to looking to get the certification with the city and the state and so forth, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What else do we have?
Okay, let's just let me list a couple of different documents that they require.
Okay.
They require, if you are in the office building, a lease. If you work from home, a lease. Simple,
Okay.
right?
Okay, so you have to go ahead and just create that particular document, right? I'm assuming.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And see, that's where a lot of people stop.
They're
And
like,
where
oh,
you don't, yes, I don't have it. I'm not doing this. Or listen, it has to be something that you're providing them. Provide them a letter explaining what your situation is on that particular document that you don't have.
mm-hmm.
Now, documents such as a bank account, you need to go open a bank account.
Yes.
If you
If you're going to
haven't
start a
filed
business,
yeah,
good.
if you haven't filed tax returns because you've only been in business 6 months, guess what? You're going to write a letter saying, I've been in business 6 months and I'm unable to file at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And that will simply be enough. They'll ask for financial statements. You can't have financial statements if you never got any money. You'll get some financial statements that'll be created showing that you spent out 1,000, but you brought in 0.
Now, when you're doing this, the certification, do you have to then give projections of what it would look like for your business in receiving income? No. Okay.
No, it has to be what you have received.
Okay. Okay.
So it's based on what you have. I spent out 1,000, I brought in 0.
Period. Okay. Okay.
You're given IDs, passports. This is just to verify you are who you say you are. And
Mm-hmm.
your racial, if you're basing it on minority or a woman, and we are able to see who you are. They require 3 invoices, 3 quotes showing that you are actively soliciting business. And if you have some people working for you, then you'll provide payroll.
Okay.
So those are the basic things that you'll provide, give or take, depending on which one you apply for. They might ask for more, they might ask for less, but that's a list that they ask for. And I want to kind of go to talking about what minority means when we're talking
Okay.
about minority. So minority, Hispanic, American Indian. It has, let me make sure I'm getting all of them in there. Yeah, those are just, oh, here it is. Asian American, Asian Indian American, African American, Latin American, and Native American, 25%. So
Okay.
that's simple.
So you have the minority certification, and then you also have the women certification,
And they
right?
sometimes can be the same thing. That is what the confusion is, because people say, well, I see you talk about this MBE, then you talk about, MWBE, because the city of Orlando recognizes minority women business enterprise. That's an actual certification, which is double the points.
Okay.
Same information. You're putting in one packet. So why not get it?
Now, for a person to kind of figure out, this point system, like, okay, I got 5 points. Okay, I got another 10 points, right? Where are they seeing this scoring grid, or what the point system is? Is this going through one of the courses that they sometimes do, or?
This is your go to there. Once they certify you, they'll send you to a free training, and it'll tell you where to go, how to find the bids, how to navigate, what you'll do to get paid once you win a bid. So it is all given to you for free once you are certified. It's like you've just gotten into this country club of certified people, certified businesses. And so now they open the door and they're inviting you to networking events where they're inviting Walt Disney World, they're inviting Google, to come out and speak to you about the different opportunities they have. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to go look for them at that point, because they automatically, once you get certified, you're on this vendors list. So other people that are looking for business can actually look on there and find, okay, I need a minority business that does financials to partner up with. And they have the contract, but they need you in order to win the contract. So
Mm-hmm.
guess what? They're sending you out something saying, you want to partner? So you're no longer running after each individual person, which was what I was doing in my business initially. I was running after, okay, I need Arlene to sign up. I need Keisha to sign up. I need Kendra to sign up. And you don't know how long of services you're going to provide. So you're unable to estimate or project your income based on your one-on-one clients.
Right.
And so this opens doors, because now you've just opened your revenue model. You went from just not just one-on-one clients. Now you're providing services to corporations and government entities, which could be, they tell you on the bid when you're actually a bid, which is just what they need. That's what that's called. And I'll use that language. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to use it and they're like, oh my God, what is a bid? It's
Right.
just them sending out some information saying what they need services for. I need someone to come clean the Jackson Center. And they won't tell you how much usually, but you'll have to estimate that. And then depending on who you're going against, if you win this, it'll tell you you get a 3-year contract. So now you're able to project, I'm making, let's use a low number, 15,000 a year. So now you've just increased your revenue versus, I'm charging Arlene $500 and I don't know where my next client is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the importance, now you're dealing with contracts that are more than 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Fantastic.
I
And
know
when
it's a
we're
lot of information.
no, but it's great information. I think as people are trying to either start a business or scale their business, they're really trying to figure out what this roadmap to get to success really looks like, and to be able to be presented with all of these different options of things that they can incorporate in their business. It's really important that we're sharing that. So this is all very, very good information. And I know that sometimes that some of the cities or organizations such as what is it, the FS, how to say it?
MS, look, dismiss.
There's so many.
Yeah, that's
But
FSMSDC. Yes.
yes, FSMDC, and a couple others. I think even like Moffitt Center had, where there was going to be like this round table or like a speed networking type thing with different businesses, where you were given beforehand the list of services that they were in need of. Like some of them said like they needed promotional products, or they might have needed marketing services. So you knew beforehand, before attending this event, what companies needed what. So you were able to be very intentional about preparing for that, knowing when you went to that event, this is who you're going to need to speak to, because this is the service that you provide, and you know that they're in need of that. So it's always good to be on those email lists as well too, so that you can best prepare.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you become certified, they send the information to you. You don't have to look for it. I get so many emails. I'm like, oh my God, they're doing a webinar. They're having a networking event. They're doing this. They're inviting me out for training. They're inviting me out for a dinner. They're speed dating. It's all of that. It's
Yeah.
sent to you once you become certified. They put you on that list and you're actually in a directory. So you get to see those opportunities.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so when you guys are like, how do I find the opportunities? This is how. So I do want to say hello to some people. I saw Miss Rosalind joined in, Monique Bell joined in. And then, and that's her Facebook name. But hey, you guys. And then Ms. Genevieve, she just said, this is such great information. She has not shared her information with StreamYard, so her name doesn't show up there, but that's who that is. That's Genevieve Shaw. And then we had Jeff Jefferson and Natalie Victoria Ramirez, who joined us at our Women on the Rise International page as well, too. So this is really great information that people are enjoying. I know someone asked about Palm Beach. Nadine Watson asked about that earlier. And someone just said, may I ask a question? Please post all questions, post it in the comment section so that we can answer them. We want your questions. We want to dive into it.
Yes, bring them on.
West Palm Beach, or Palm Beach, should I say? And I'm assuming it's the same thing. You want to look up with your city, what opportunities they have. So you want to go to the city's page and look for that. Let's see. Somebody said, low tech girl can't figure it out. What does that mean? Generese, I need more explanation. What do you mean? Low tech girl can't figure it out.
Is it figuring out the process?
That might be it. So if you're having trouble, Generese, with figuring it out, that's where individuals like Alyssa come in who can help you to navigate through the process. So there's no reason to stress out trying to figure things out. You done spend 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Next thing you know, it's 2 weeks and you haven't gotten it done. That's when you hire someone like Alyssa to come in and help you. So that's the easy answer to that. Kendra said, this is really great. Thank you so much, Alyssa, for sharing this valuable information. This is great. Let me ask you a question too. Like, I know when you're applying for, let's say, a grant, right? Everything has to be like a certain type font. It has to be a certain size. It has to be like certain the document has to be like a very particular way. Is it the same thing when you're submitting your packet for certification?
It can be. It just depends on who sends it out. But I don't think it's as technical. I think the federal government is a little bit more technical than at the local level, because they have the 3 areas. They want you to, give pricing, tell us about your technical, which means your ability to provide the service, who you have on your team to provide this service. So you're literally matching up your company to what they're asking for.
Okay. And that definitely makes a lot of sense. We have, Generese said, hired.
Look at her.
She's so silly. Okay, so we have Monique Bell here, and she is saying she came in a little late, so she's just trying to make sure that she's up on what we're talking about here. So we've been talking about we are busy, honey. We are mom bosses. My son, you might not be able to see his little head, but he is right here next to me. Okay, so we're juggling children and managing businesses and so forth. So we're talking about how are you managing being a mom boss during COVID-19 and managing it all, right? So there was that one piece that we've been diving into. And then 2, we're talking about what it looks like getting your business certified as a woman-owned business, as a minority certified owned business. What are the reasons why you want to do it and how this has benefited Alyssa? She is a prime example of a person who has 2 businesses that are certified, right? And
Correct.
She's telling how that has helped her, and now how she has gone back to help others through her consulting business to be able to do the same and to go after these contracts. Like she said, the money is there. We just need to make sure that we're getting those certifications and have our ducks in a row to get that done.
Correct. And just to put it out there has been, say for instance, you have a mentoring program and there is no bid that comes up. There isn't a job request saying, oh, we need a mentoring service. But you frequent the community centers and you see that there's a need. Once you get your certification, they're required to go to people that are on their vendors list first. Why don't you send a proposal to them? I actually went to them and said, if y'all have this concern, I have the service that you need. And I said, oh, okay, tell me, wait a minute, you're on the list? Yes, I'm on the list. I'm certified. And I was able to make an opportunity out of that.
Wow. Okay, and then I think Monique Bell, so we did answer this question earlier. She said, okay, great. That leads me to my next question. How long does your business need to be in order to get the designation? And so we said 6 months. Now, just to get this for most.
For the FSMS DC, they have no time frame.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. You could just have opened your business yesterday, right?
Correct.
Yes. And that was one of the ones that we talked about on last week, Friday. So I will say as well, too, if you guys have not already watched it, please go back and watch the playback of Play to Win. We had Raytu Johan from MBDA talking about certifications there that are free. You can self-certify right now. We also had Nancy Allen from WeBank Florida to discuss about getting the certification through them as a third-party designator, their third-party designation, right? And they help you with getting certified to be able to get some of the big corporate contracts. And then you also have the state, the local level that Alyssa and I are really discussing right now. So you have to check with each entity separately to see how long you need to have been in existence. Kendra, she says that was so good. Definitely go back and watch that. Also, if you didn't catch it from the beginning as well too, as soon as we're done here, this will be available for replay, both on YouTube, the Facebook Women on the Rise group, as well as the Facebook Women on the Rise International page. So you can always go back and listen to that as well. Another question that was asked, and I don't think we discussed this, we might have, do you need to have a certain number of employees? Again, I think that might vary as well too, or is it just
you can
just yourself?
have one employee, and as long as you're able to provide the service or the product that you're actually looking for, you can be approved. It was just only me when I actually first applied.
For which business was that you have?
My consulting business. It was just me.
So let me ask you a question too, because this kind of goes back to the whole capability statement piece, right? So if it's something that there's like a big capacity opportunity and they need to make sure that you can actually fulfill whatever that agreement is, you would need to be able to show that in your capability statement, correct?
Correct. Let me give you an example that happened to me. It was just me. I was able to get certified, but when it was time to bid on the OUC contract, I had to team up, and I got some young ladies that had more experience in the training field than I was, and they agreed to contract, and I was able to use their experience with my company, which made me look really good and made me win a contract, right? Because when it comes to just me coming in and training their executives, not so much. But when I came in with me and 3 other ladies that have 15, 20 years that work in the training field, that have certain certifications that I don't have, then that made me look, it gave me capacity. That's pretty much what it did.
That's good. And so that also brings me to like my own little plug. So you need to be a part. And I mean, Women on the Rise is great to be a part of. There's also other organizations out there. You have CEO Chicks, you have NABO. There are, good groups like Athena, Network Link. There's so many different groups that are out there that you need to consider being a part of that will allow you to make connections with other women who you can partner with. I know while we had the live webinar going on Friday, there were ladies in the comments saying like, this is why you and I need to partner together so we can go after these contracts. Yes, girl, we gonna do it. All of these connections were being made right there. You want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people like that who you can bring together those skill sets like Alyssa is talking about and really go after these dollars that are available to us, right? So really, really important. And I know we're talking about getting our businesses certified that are for-profit businesses, but this is very much the same if you're a nonprofit organization and you want to go after certain sponsorships at higher levels too. Start partnering with other organizations to really go after those dollars. Look to see how you guys can leverage each other to do that. So collaboration is definitely key. So I just wanted to put that out there. We have Faith Joyner on here as well, too. She says, I've been looking for contracts on a government site. Is there another site or space to look on? My business is already certified. And Faith is in Atlanta. I will point that out, but I'm sure there are going to be some things on some local levels that she can do as well, correct?
Is she in Atlanta, you said?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. As far as the federal government, you can certify. I mean, she can look for stuff everywhere, pretty much. What is it? I don't have it up right now, but I'll drop it in the comments later. The sites that I use. But once you sign up, as far as federal government, they'll send you based on your codes. If you're a trainer, if you're a janitor, if you're financial, you will pick the codes that apply to your business, and they send you the opportunities directly in your inbox.
Okay, so I know we talked about this in Play to Win, but can you speak on the codes? What codes are you talking about, Deeva?
Ooh, don't have me look.
I know it's the NAICS code, correct? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Thank you for helping me out. Yes, that is the codes. And what makes it easy is that when you're going in and you're filling out the information on your business, when you're signing up to be a vendor on these sites, you can actually look it up. Put in cleaning, put in janitor, put in financial. It brings up all the codes, and you make sure that code fits who you are. Because just because you put in janitor, they might say it might be connected to janitor products, and you don't sell the products, so you don't add that code. So that is what I mean by the codes. I mean, you're reading and you're going along and you're adding yourself as a vendor, and the codes are there.
And you know, I was talking to someone else here recently who reached out to me, and she's gone after contracts just being a public speaker within the school systems to come and get those opportunities as well. So there's endless opportunities that are available, you guys.
There are.
Someone else said, let's see, I'm looking for, I'm clicking on the wrong one to show this comment. Let's see. I'm looking for the HR consulting and professional development portion. So have you seen opportunities like that for HR consulting and professional development?
That's one of my codes.
Yes.
So yes, it is there.
And I also know of someone who has landed some big contracts doing corporate training and so forth for government entities and teams and so forth, and professional development.
Correct. And some things, like I've even seen some things in there on domestic violence, on AIDS prevention. But the problem is that companies that are actually listed as nonprofits can't go after that. But if they certify themselves as a sole proprietor and their consulting services, they then can go after it. So that opens up a door or an opportunity for them to provide the same services they provide in their nonprofit, they can provide on a consulting level, for-profit level. So don't sleep on it. You can have both.
Absolutely. You know what? That's a whole training that we need to do too. About
a whole training. Look, I try not to open doors, but that's
but it's something that I'm looking into as well too. And I've been talking about with my board. So, girl, you taking out the stuff here, girl.
Yes, I see the bids come along. I'm calling up my friends. I'm like, listen, I see something about AIDS training. They sent it to me. You want to do it? They're like, well, I'm a nonprofit. I'm like, you want to contract with me? We can go after it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just be ready. I might call y'all up.
Yeah. And so you just got to get creative, but it also means that we have to be talking to each other as well too. Let you know what I'm doing, what you got going on, seeing how, and that's going to be a post we have coming up here as well too, in the Women on the Rise Facebook group. So you guys, if you are not viewing this from the Women on the Rise group on Facebook, I highly encourage you to go ahead and look it up. Women on the Rise group. There's a couple other Women on the Rise. We do own the trademark, but I ain't gonna talk on that. You can go ahead, but still look up Women on the Rise group and join the Facebook group. You do not have to be a registered member of the organization to be a part of the group. but there are some awesome threads that are going on. They'll be coming up. We're really going to be finding out what you need, what I have, and seeing how we could possibly collaborate. So we're really trying to be intentional about creating these relationships that are really going to start pushing some business forward. Let's see what else has been said. Teamwork is awesome. Yes, it is, Janarice. Faith also came and said, I'm not getting these emails according to my code. Should I contact Sam about that?
You can contact Sam and they can walk you through it, or you can actually go inside of your profile and look at the codes that you have under your business, because you might need to add some more codes.
Is there a maximum amount of codes that you can put on there?
No, you can put whatever you want. How many emails you want to get?
Okay.
You can put that in. And can you provide the service? You don't want people sending stuff to you that you don't provide.
Okay. Let's see. Monique Bell said, great information. Rose says, loving all of this amazing information here. I added an extra word, but no problem on that. I think this has been really good. And I know we're kind of coming to that. We are at that time. It's 7:01. So we don't want to keep everyone here too much longer. But I'm going to just tell you, Deeva, thank you so much for being on this Deeva chat with us here this Tuesday evening and really pouring into the ladies and sharing a lot of your expertise. I do want to make sure that at some point you do post in the comments your contact information, because if y'all say, listen, boo, I can't. I need this done, but I just don't have the time to sit down and do it. This is when you need to call Alyssa, you guys, and she can help walk you through this process. She is a fellow diva. Oh my God, my baby has 2 apples and 2 oranges. He is ready in his hands. But this is the perfect time to go ahead and reach out to her, get that help. And another thing I want to talk to you guys about too, I am trying out something. You got to put things out in the atmosphere. So we are looking for board members for Women on the Rise International Incorporated. I've been putting out the notices about that. I've also been putting out the notices that we're in need of interns. And from a post that I did on LinkedIn about needing interns, I had someone from Orange County Public Schools reach out to me saying, we have an intern program. How many interns can you take? And we'll pay for the interns. What? Listen, 5 interns they're supposed to be providing me. They will be paying the interns and they will be working 30 hours per week each. So it's really important that you put out what you're in need of onto all of your different platforms. I'm going to go ahead and see how this goes. I will be sharing this with you guys in the group as to how this works out so that you guys can come in and help. This is a year-round program that they do. And so this is something that and they're typically, before it was they had to come to your business and they worked in your business. Now, because of COVID-19, they've taken this project virtually. So for businesses that are, probably home-based, this works out perfect. Now you can sign up for these kind of opportunities. So again, it's a matter of us sharing our resources, sharing what we know. I see somebody said, great info. Thank you. From Cassie J. Thank you, Deeva. Faith Joyner, that's great. Kendra Pearson doing the little dance. Yes. Look at God. Absolutely. Amen. So great. Thanks for the great info. Came from Nadine Watson. So there's some really great resources out there. Just you guys make sure that you're not banging your head up against a wall. If you need help, say it. Say it. That is what we are all here for, to help each other. So again, if you are in the on Facebook, make sure that you join the Women on the Rise group so that you can be a part of that. Let us know what you need. And again, reach out to Alyssa so that she can walk you through this process. She's done it. She has 2 businesses that are operating right now that are all certified, and she's getting these opportunities. So reach out to her.
Yeah,
anything else that you want to say? Yes, government and local. Is there anything else that you want to say, Deeva, before we go ahead and sign off?
There's really nothing. I mean, just pretty much change your perspective. Change your perspective this time with COVID at home, even if loss of job, find the positive. There have been so many positive. My business halted for a small period of time. And now I can't even keep up. I'm hiring.
Mm,
So, like,
that's
take
awesome.
advantage of everything that's going on, the money that they're giving away, keep your businesses in order. Provide virtual services. I was already providing virtual services, but transition and start providing virtual service. People will pay you. I've
Yeah,
never seen them before, and I provide services for them in California. So be open to opportunities, brainstorm, collaborate, get your little business besties, and get to work.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you again, Deeva. I truly, truly appreciate you. And for all of you, we on Thursday, we won't have a Deeva chat. We will have our chapter meeting. All are welcome, but you do have to register for it. So do stay tuned and check our Facebook page. It's already on the Women on the Rise Orlando.com page, but this is for everyone, whether you're in Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa, Miami, wherever you might be, Atlanta, to go ahead and tune in for this. We are going to have our very own Andrea D. Ortiz, who's going to be talking about the importance of estate planning. She also is a little low-key bartender, and so she has a Deeva Spritzer, a little Deeva
Nice.
Spritzer cocktail. So in the emails that have been going out, it has the actual recipe so that you can get all the ingredients beforehand, so you can mix up the cocktail with her as she shows us that. And then we also will have Dr. Tamika Harris Jackson, who will also be on with us. And she is going to be talking about the importance of transparency in your sexual intimate relationships.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be good.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be good. See,
Yes.
we had to go to Zoom for this one. We're like, oh no, we're gonna be a little more interactive. So if you guys want to have some real great conversation, and we are going to have Nina Sky, who is going to come and serenade us with her beautiful vocals. We had Tracy Phipps at our last chapter meeting, and her voice is beautiful. And this time we have Nina Sky as well too. So it's just going to be a great overall meeting. And so we look forward to having you guys join us. Again, that's going to be 6 p.m. on Thursday. So we look forward to seeing you then. But all of you guys have a fabulous week, and we will see you soon. Take care, Divas. Fabulous. In broadcast.